Hey guys, in today's video, what I want to talk about is something strange that happened yesterday, and it's in regard to this footage that you're seeing here of the fire truck that pulled into my neighborhood. So here is something that some people are going to be like, what in the heck is this dude talking about? He's crazy. He's just babbling on random nonsense. And others, they're going to get it. Okay, so I believe that there are, what some would call balancing forces, or you could say that if you start emitting a certain frequency into the universe, there will be a counterbalance, or some people believe it's kind of like the Matrix. Like if you start to ping and put out a certain frequency, you're putting it on the Matrix or the reality on notice, and then it will send its agents or its creepers out to try to stop you, or the dark energy, or what have you. And I believe that there's something to that, right? And yesterday I was kind of like, as I was creating and editing my quick video I made yesterday, I needed footage to just since it got dark, and so I was just going to go ahead and do a voiceover. I needed some footage, so I started recording around my house, different things to just kind of put in to the video, and then I would overlay it with my audio recording of my voice talking. So at this point in my life, I kind of feel like I'm making moves, like things have progressively began to look better. Been through a lot of hardship and troubles, and things are finally looking ahead. And as I pursue this endeavor with Stardust Simulation Channel, then I believe I'm emitting some kind of energy, and I believe that this is what happened yesterday. As I was making this video, I needed a couple minutes extra footage. I was almost done, and I just needed a couple more minutes of footage to implement into the video to complete it, and so I started to record the night light that's in my kitchen, and suddenly I seen the flashing lights. At this point, I personally was feeling kind of charged energetically, and so I see the flashing light, and I see the fire truck next to my truck there, and I'm just like, what's going on? I figured maybe, actually, first I saw the truck in the middle of the road when I went outside or something like that. I can't remember. I just remember specifically, I'm thinking, okay, maybe somebody got in a wreck. And so usually firemen respond first. Then when I walked outside, there was the fire truck, pretty much like parked there, and then one fire truck parked right in the middle of the road. And then more of them came, and then about maybe 5 or 6 fire trucks just randomly came and stopped in the middle of the road for no reason. Nobody's house was on fire. There was no accident. And you could argue, well, maybe they were doing a drill or something like that. Yeah, sure, maybe. Maybe that's true. But the thing is, the odd part is they just came, stopped, and did like almost a semicircle in front of my place, and they just all parked there. And I remember the fire truck that was right in front of me, right in the middle of the road, the guy was just looking out the window, just staring at me. And then a pickup truck pulled up to the stop sign that's right in front of my place, and there's a guy looking there, and he looked at me, and he gave me this odd look, and as if, and this might sound a little, I'm not sure how this is going to come across, but it's almost like he looked at me like I was like famous, if that makes sense. I do not desire to be famous or anyone important necessarily. I just want to live life and have fun and just do my thing, be creative. So I don't have like a dream of becoming known and I never did. I just want to be creative and have fun. So when this guy looked over at me, he had this look like, oh, you're him. That's the way it felt. Like oh wow, like I'm seeing you. I'm finally seeing you. That's the way it looked. And he said hello or something to me and smiled and it was like he had been waiting to like see me or something. That's what the energy felt like in his expression, and I said, "What's up?" You know, you could hear me in the video saying it, saying hello or something like that to him. So likewise, that guy that was looking at me gave me a similar kind of look, and it was just really odd. So here's my perception of what happened at a made-up level. I think that I was emitting a certain energy into the reality, and I think that, you know, whatever balancing forces picked up on it, and suddenly, like, you know, you think of the meta here. What did fire trucks represent? Putting out the fire. I was stirring up a lot of hot energy, and so the reality sent the fire trucks out, and as a response to it, but when they got there, they didn't know what to do, almost as if they were hacked, you know, or hijacked. And so it sends them out because one parked adjacent to my truck, one parked two or three or four of them parked right out in the middle of the road, and nothing happened. You can argue, well, you know, they just didn't know where to go. No, they just didn't know. They were trying to find where they needed to go. Well, only one truck continued forward, and all the rest of them literally just turned back around and went back to where they were going, or where they came from. So again, you could argue that it could be a, you know, like a drill or something like that. You know, if you're looking back into the 3D, if that makes sense. But at energetic vibrational level, I think that I pinged. I was emitting some kind of energy, some kind of frequency, right? Because I was in the middle of creating this video yesterday, and the video yesterday, and I just kind of think that that's what happened. And one more thing important to mention is that because I was using the footage for my video yesterday, I did not actually film the whole time that the fire trucks were sitting there. They were there actually for a number of minutes, quite a number of minutes, and the footage makes it look like they were only there for like a second or two, and then they like stopped, like as if they just stopped, and then they said, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and then they moved on. No, they were just there for like a number of minutes, and I stopped recording, and as soon as it seemed like they were starting to make movement to leave and to get out of there, then I started recording again. So obviously I put out some kind of signal, and the reality responded. And you know, like I said, some people will think I'm just totally crazy, and others will definitely get what I'm talking about. And I've noticed these kinds of responses. So if you've experienced anything like this, it'd be cool to hear about it. And we will talk to you guys later.